Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to Fill Up Friday Live. If you are catching the replay, thank you so much for joining us tonight. If you are new to our podcast, new to our Jayspiration family, please be sure to pop in the comments, say hello, and let us know where you are listening from. So, you guys, on Fill Up Friday, we come together to talk about what we filled up on this week. And if for some reason you did not fill up and you feel like you're running on empty, then this is the place to be. Right here with us tonight with the Fill Up Friday Faithfuls and your host, Mrs. J Spire. So I am so excited to see you guys tonight. Hey, Latoya, thank you so much for joining us. You guys, please be sure to jump in the comments, say hello, let us know that you are watching, let us know where you are watching from. And if you are a newbie, then we really, really want to welcome you tonight. So I hope you guys have had a great week. I've had a pretty good week. I'm thankful for all the things that has transpired throughout this week. And I just want to come on tonight to help you to fill up, encourage you, and just kind of share what I filled up on this week. So you guys can drop that in the comments as well. Let us know what you filled up on. Hello, Lucy. Lucy and Latoya, they are one of our fill up. They are our Fill Up Friday faithful. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. I'm not going to keep you guys long. Just wanted to give a few more people time to jump on. It's Friday night. So I'm always honored and I'm always thankful that you take the time to share with us. So I know you guys filled up on something this week, right? And if you didn't and you're running on empty, drop that in the comments as well, right? Because the goal of Fill Up Friday is to encourage each other. It's to make sure that when we leave tonight, that we are not running on empty, but that we are full, full, full. So, give me some hearts, give me some likes if you have been following the page this week. If you have been watching the reels, if you have been looking at what we've been posting, go ahead and let us know because we're going to talk about some of those things this week that we posted, and that kind of helped us to fill up. I'm telling you, there were some days that I was running on empty, but God was always sending someone or sending something to help me to be full. And while we're waiting for people to come on, I wanted to ask you guys: did you all were you guys able to catch Saturday? Sit down Saturday. We had some awesome guests last week, you guys. On Saturday, we had Kara Riddick and Shekinah Mullen. We had a great conversation, and one of the things that I took from that conversation was that we are not our childhood, right? Some of us, for some people, childhood could have been traumatic, or maybe we experienced certain things. But that's one of the things that I got from it, that we are not our childhood, right? And so as we grow up and we change and we mature and we grow, we have so many opportunities. So Lucy said that she was running on low, but she was never empty. Isn't that awesome that we don't have to be all the way on full, right? And sometimes we run, sometime in that middle. But we thank God that you were never empty this week. All right. So this week, you guys, there was a couple things that we posted. So I wanted to start with posting what we posted on Tuesday. So we called it Take It Back Tuesday. And we said, most will tell you that if you give someone something, you can't take it back. And that may be true for material things, but some of us have given away peace. We've given away joy. We've given away respect for ourselves and so many other things. But on Tuesday, I encouraged you guys to take it back and live free. And we said, because those things belong to you. So I want you guys to keep that in your pocket as we continue to talk. And then on Wednesday, we posted, sometimes it seems like the clouds are covering the sky and your world seems dark. Just remember that God has not forgotten about you. He is using the clouds to protect you. I promise you, the sun, SON, is still shining. That one blessed my heart. Um, and so also on Sunday, my pastor preached 13 down and 39 to go. And that really touched my heart. And I think it really helped me to not run on empty or not to be low this week, because he reminded us that, yeah, we've had 13 weeks in the year, but we have 39 more to go. And there is so much more that God is going to do for us. Even if those first 13 weeks, if we felt like, like I posted, that we felt like maybe it was a little dark, he's just encouraging us that we still have 39 more weeks to go, and that I'm saying that the sun is going to shine. So earlier this week, I was in a conversation with someone trying to get some business taken care of. And at the end of the conversation, it didn't go the way that I wanted it to go. It didn't go the way that I thought it was going to go when the conversation started. So at the end of the conversation, I was, and Lucy said she was running on low, but I'm telling you, at the end of that conversation, I felt like I was actually running on empty. I was crying. I was really upset. And it wasn't just a regular cry. It was a full out cry where I was just saying, God, what is happening here? Why did I felt like everything was dark, right? And I posted exactly, what I was feeling. I felt like the clouds were just covering everything in my life, and it was just dark. And then all of a sudden, my phone, there was a ding sound. And someone was inboxing me about something that we had talked about a few months ago that I had actually forgotten about. It was something that I was interested in doing. And the person said, well, let me check it out. Let me see if it's going to be something that we're going to be able to do. And I had forgotten about it. And at that very moment, when I felt like the clouds were covering the sky and that everything was dark, and I was just saying, Lord, when is the sun going to shine? When are things going to change? When are things going to happen? Because Lord, you know the desire of my heart, and you know what I want to do. And right then and there, he used that person to remind me that he had not forgotten about me. Right now, I had forgotten about the conversation, right? But that person hadn't forgotten about me. She said, I was talking to someone about you, and I let them know what you were doing, and we want to invite you to do this. And at that moment, the tears of sorrow and the tears of, oh my goodness, like things are not going to happen, or things just seem so dark, it changed into those happy tears, and it changed into me just getting that reminder from God that he had not forgotten about me. I had forgotten about what I had asked for, but he had not forgotten, and he had kept me on that person's heart, so she had not forgotten. So tonight I want to encourage you, and I want to tell you, God has not forgotten about you. Even when you feel like it's raining, even when you feel like you're in the storm, even when you feel like things are not going to happen, listen, God has not forgotten about you. Those clouds that we see sometimes, that darkness that we think is surrounding us and that's in our space, that's just God protecting you. Right. And when things are supposed to happen, which is in his time, it's going to happen, because there are things that we want, and we want it right now, but either we're not ready for it, or it's not time for it, or it's not ready for us. When we are ready for it, and it is ready for us, it is going to show up, because it's already here. We just have to be patient. Right. And we have to trust God. After that cry, and then after the message that I received from the young lady, I called my mom, and she could hear in my voice that I had been crying. And she said, what's going on? Why are you crying? And so I told her what happened, with the dirty cry. And then I told her what happened after the cry. And she reminded me that if we know who we serve, we know who God is. And if we trust him, we have to just trust him, right? That we have to take that leap of faith and we have to just trust him. We can't trust him sometimes and not trust him at others. We can't stop trusting him when things don't look like what we want it to look like. If we're going to trust him, then we have to trust him 100%. So God sent both of those people to me that day. Just to remind me, right, that we have to trust him, and there are going to be some storms. You guys, I'm trying to get my mom to come on here because she gives me all these jewels, right? And then I have to try to add them in there and remember everything that she says. But even, this week, TMI, but having some issues with, with my foot. And I had to go to the podiatrist. And before I went to the podiatrist, it was hurting. But then yesterday, after I left the podiatrist, it was hurting worse than it had hurt before. And I kept telling my mom, man, mom, like this foot hurts so bad, right? And it didn't hurt like this before. I was like, I'm not going back. And she said, sometimes we have to have some pain, right? Or sometimes we have to have some pain to be able to bring these things to a head, right? In order to get it out, right? That and she just started telling me that it's going to be okay, but it's not going to last always, because sometimes we have these things that's laying dormant, right, in us, in our lives. And so sometimes things have to happen in order to bring these things out so that we can get healed. Right. So I'm thinking as I'm talking, like, okay, I go to the podiatrist because my foot is hurting, because I want some relief, right? Because the vision, the purpose is to get whatever is happening out, right? So that we can stop the pain 100%. And so if it's going to take a little bit of pain now in order for me not to have any pain later, then I know that it's worth it, right? And so that's what my mom was saying. And that's the same thing in life as well. Like for me, and I don't know about for you, but like some of the things I've gone through in the last year and a half, like they have been hurtful, they have been painful. But I always say that it's almost like it saved my life, right? Like I didn't want to have to go through that hurt, I didn't want to have to go through that pain, but all the pain and the hurt and the trauma that I felt like I went through, I'm not the person that I used to be, right? And so I had to go through that in order to get the transformation, right? And so I'm encouraging you tonight, everything that you have given away in reference to everything you've given away in reference to your peace, falling into fear, giving away your joy, not thinking that you are worthy. I want to encourage you to take it all back tonight. It belongs to you and you are entitled to it. And God has not forgotten about you. Christine. Hey, Christine. You guys, Christine has been following me for so long. She's always on my post. She's always on the reels. So, Christine, yes, we will be praying for you and praying for your family for whatever is happening in your life right now. We definitely plead the blood of Jesus over you and your family. And we ask God just to protect your family. We ask God to comfort your family. We ask God to open their hearts, their minds, whatever is going on. We ask God to open their hearts and mind in order to receive whatever God has for them right now. So you guys, we know on Fill Up Friday, we're filling up. So Christine, she needs prayer. And so if you have a prayer list, or, while you're praying tonight before you go to bed, I just ask you to keep her and her family in your heart and in your mind. And if we say we're going to pray, we don't want to just say, yeah, we're going to pray, and we don't. So, Christine, we're going to be praying for you and praying for your family. So I love you guys. I'm not going to keep you late tonight, but I just want to encourage you not to give up and not to give in. We were not made to fit in, right? We are different because we belong to God. We are different And so things are going to happen different in our lives, and all the things that we go through that are, yes, sometimes going to be hurtful. Our hearts are going to be broken, or things may not look the way we want it to look. But I'm telling you, even those hurts and those pains, I'm telling you, it's all for the glory of God. And I am a living witness that if you want to have some healing, if you all love you too, Christine, that if you want to have some healing, if you want to live free, I'm not saying that every day is going to be peaches and cream, but if you want to live free, if you want to live, if you want to be healed, if you want to walk in that freedom, then open your hearts and your mind and allow God to do it. Because I never thought I would be where I am today. And so I know it's only because of his strength, and it's because his grace and his love and his mercy. And so every so often, yes, we are going to be like, what is going on? But I promise you, if you trust him and you just remember, regardless of what's going on around you, he has not forgotten about you. So this week, what did I fill up on? I filled up on his promises, right? I filled up on the promise that he said that he will never leave me and he will never forsake me. And even when things happen, if you're open to those reminders, right, then he's going to send them, and he's going to place them right there in front of you for you to see. So even in your ugly cry, just open your heart and your mind to know that he is not forgotten about you. So I love you guys. I want you to have a great rest of your weekend. Do something this week to or this weekend to fill up some self-care. We always talking about practicing self-care. As you can see today, I practice some self-care. I know I look different, got a new look, right? Because sometimes we have to kind of like reinvent ourselves. We have to do some things to to change up things a little bit, right? God has not forgotten about us, and we can't forget about ourselves either. We have to practice self-care. Love on yourself, love on somebody else, right? I always say, you've heard it before, you have enough smiles that you can share if somebody else does not have theirs. Christine, do you want to drop your information into my inbox? And I'll give you a call. So yeah, you guys, I love you. Have a great weekend. Tomorrow, Jayspirations Live. I want to make sure I say it right. I don't want to butcher it. But we are going to be hosting at an event tomorrow. I'm so excited about it because it's going to be with Amber. She's been on our show ×2. She is a supporter of Jayspirations Live, and her business, Pathways Exclusive Purses and Accessories. They are having an event tomorrow, Paint and Purses. So it's going to be painting and food and networking and door prizes and shopping. And then Mrs. Jayspire is going to be in the house tomorrow. So I'm excited about representing Jayspirations Live, and I'm excited about representing you guys. So of course we'll have pictures. Maybe we'll have some short videos. But you guys be praying for me tomorrow that I will be able to Jayspire, and I will help someone at the Paint and Purses that I'll help them be able to fill up to. So I love you guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. And as always, be Jayspired.